In the first episode of this learning photography series, I talked about composition and how you can improve the look and interest of your photos regardless of your skill level and the camera equipment you have. In this episode, I will be talking about the mentality you should have as a photographer and the strategies you can implement to capture the moment and to capture more intimate photos. First, you need to have courage and be bold. Have the courage to take the shots that most people wouldn't even attempt to take. The famous hockey player Wayne Gretzky said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." For example, when you're hanging out with family or friends, have the courage to take out your camera and take some candid photos, or group them together and take a group pose picture. Some of the best pictures in photography are candid photos because they display a great sense of honesty and emotion. Your job as a photographer is to capture life's special moments in photos so they can be enjoyed and cherished for eternity. It may feel awkward having your camera out and in people's faces and also secretly taking candid photos of them, and also just naturally some people are camera shy. But if you can get over this fear and be bold, you can capture some great photos and memories, and they will thank you later. The idea of having courage and being bold also applies to other types of photography, not just portraits and people. It can apply to landscapes, a performer, a speaker, a building, an animal, or anything. Don't be afraid to take that picture. But at the same time, use your best judgment. In certain situations, it may be inappropriate or dangerous to take that picture, but have the courage to take that picture you envision and desire. Another part of having courage and being bold is getting close to your subject. Get up in there and fill the frame. Don't leave too much dead space unless you're using rule of thirds. Doing this will make your picture feel more intimate, dramatic, and emotional. This also works for inanimate objects too. So actually moving physically closer and taking the picture is the easy part, but having the courage to do so is hard. To capture a special moment, you have to anticipate the moment and be ready. Some of the best moments in photography only last a split second, and this includes a kiss, an embrace, a laugh, a reaction, a jump, or someone stealing from first to second base. When I have my camera with me, I'm always prepared. My lens cap is off, my exposure settings are approximately set for the environment I'm in, and my camera is in sleep mode and not off. I don't have my camera in my bag either. I just keep it off to my side with my camera strap. When I anticipate the moment, I grab my camera with my finger on the shutter button, raise it up to shooting position, and I'm ready to fire. This movement just takes a split second to get from here to here. If you are not ready and you don't anticipate the moment, by the time you see the moment unfolding before your eyes and you take your camera out, it's probably too late. To quote the great Wayne Gretzky again, "A good hockey player plays where the puck is. A great hockey player plays where the puck is going to be." You need to play where that shot is going to be. So always think in your head when that special moment can occur and position yourself and your camera to capture it. When you take a landscape shot, you also have to anticipate the moment. You do this by determining when the best lighting and weather conditions will be. You don't really want to waste your time, so you're not going to drive or hike up to a spot and then realize it's foggy, unless you're going for that look. Lastly, you want to be deliberate when you're taking pictures. You can do this by anticipating the moment and not taking too many pictures before or after. You just don't want to hold down the shutter button and take a lot of shots. Otherwise, when you go back to your computer later, you're going to be going through many shots of one pose, and that takes a lot of time. And trust me, I've done that before and it's really draining. Be bold, anticipate the moment, be prepared, and also be deliberate. And those are my tips for improving your photography. If you can master that with good composition, you can get some killer photos with any camera. Developing this mentality takes time and practice. You have to train your brain to anticipate the moment and be deliberate. In addition, you have to build up the courage to get up close and get the shots you want. So keep your camera in auto first, practice good composition along with these strategies, and you will build a great foundation to capturing great photos. Click on that red subscribe button right down below to be notified when I post my next episode. In the next episode, we will be talking about some basic terminology and some of the features of DSLR cameras. Afterwards, we will talk about exposure settings and get you from auto exposure to manual exposure so you can take full control of your pictures.